This is a video about the aluminum radiator installed in my 2010 Hummer H3 Alpha. It's a CRS aluminum radiator purchased from yourradiator.com. It's a picture of the box with the model number of the radiator on it. Seemed to be really well built. The welds are really well done. Most everything fit pretty good. But for the price, it was a pretty good radiator. I'd probably buy it again, since the next aluminum radiator was about $500. The tab on the left side of the fan shroud was put on too high and bent over when I put the fan shroud on, kind of pushed it down. This is the mounting arm on the left side of the radiator. Bottom of the radiator with cooling line inlets and cooling line clips. Right side mounting arm. This is the right side of the radiator at the top. The tab that holds the fan shroud on at the top, I had to bend the top of it over 90 degrees so the fan shroud would fit down on it. The fan shroud is a two-piece held on with locking tabs and comes off when the shroud is lifted up, so the fan does not need to be removed. It has two locking tabs at the bottom. It worked out pretty good. This picture is the bottom part of the fan shroud is still down in. It's kind of hard to see, but it's back and below the cooling fan. It's the front view of the motor with the radiator out. You can just barely see the second half of the fan shroud down in the bottom behind the fan. It's looking down with the cooling coil for the AC, which is attached to the front of the radiator. It's a grommet on the arms of the old radiator you'll need to put on the new radiator when you reinstall it, and also the two clips that hold the transmission cooling line in place. And here's the clips for the cooling lines and the two grommets for the mounting arms. This is the cooling line clips that are mounted to the new radiator, and this is the grommet for the mounting arms mounted to the new radiator. You can see how good the weld looks there. It also came with new fittings for the transmission cooling line, and that went in really good and fit very well. The front or top of the radiator was too close to the cross member, so I had to cut about a ½ inch off of the lip of the cross member and wrapped it with a rubber hose so that it wouldn't rub against the aluminum top of the radiator. This is the clip on the right side of the radiator. I just bent the top over at 90 degrees and it fit on okay. I had to take the nut and bolt off the old housing or fan shroud to fit the AC coil on the front. Fan shroud seems to be a little off center with the new radiator, so the motor fan had a very slight rub when I moved it. So I spaced the shroud back about 1/8 of an inch with a strip of rubber, solid rubber, to keep the fan from just ticking on the fan shroud. This is the mounting clip for the fan shroud on the left side of the motor. When I put the fan shroud down, it bent it just about clear over. It'll show better in the next picture. Here it is, fan shroud tab on the driver's side bent over while installing the fan shroud. It was mounted too high, and when I put the fan shroud in, it just pushed it over. This is looking at it from the side view after everything was installed. Pretty clean looking, nice welds on it. Few little minor fit problems, but overall it worked out pretty good. And for the price of the radiator, it's hard to beat.